Hey guys, in today's video we have a new update regarding the Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 enhanced versions being ported to the PlayStation consoles. Now, a lot of the information since Monday has been getting a little repetitive, and so my first two videos on this were about the multiplayer side of things, and yesterday I decided to do a zombies video because there weren't a lot of updates, there weren't a lot of things coming out that we didn't already know, so I just wanted to analyze both game modes and give both player bases their deserved attention on their potential and the reality of both updates regarding the modes. Now, today we do actually have some concrete updates to go over regarding some data and new language packs, so we can get right into it without wasting any more time. So the first brand new update that we have regarding the Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 enhanced versions is that there are actually new language packs that weren't in the original games. And the new languages that are being included with these ports are Indonesian, Thai, Vietnamese, Simplified Chinese, Norwegian, Czech, and Danish. These are new language packs that are being added into the game. Now, just a quick disclaimer, I know people have been saying that the DLC content, they're asking if it's included, if it's not going to be there. Based on the file size, it's all but 100% confirmed that it's there. Technically, nothing is confirmed until Activision says it themselves, but it is all but 100% confirmed that it is there. If you actually get the DLC content when you first purchase the game, or if we have to rebuy it, that remains to be seen. But I am wondering if these language packs, well, obviously they have allocated space on the file size. The question is how much have the language packs actually allocated on the file size? Are they each a gigabyte? Are they each half a gigabyte? So is that why the discrepancy between the file size of the PS3 and the Xbox 360 and the PC version could be different because they don't have these language packs? I would assume so, but there are other things being pointed out, so I don't want to spend too much time on the file size and how the language packs would affect that, but it is in there. We are getting new languages that were not previously a part of these two games. Now, the next update we have is a internal tag was discovered, and the tag name is called remaster underscore type 1, and the best explanation I could find for this online was by the one boom. He said that Sony uses this tag for bundled releases. It tells the PlayStation console that the base game and its update data are permanently merged together. I would assume that's one indication that the DLC content would actually be included with one purchase of the game. I don't think it will be separate, but he is saying that this remaster tag is not what everybody thinks. There is no remaster. It is just a baseline tag that Sony uses for data being merged together permanently. And what's happening is that people are taking this tag and thinking it's actually a remaster when it's actually not. And some, misinformation goes around here and there, and that happens. But some people read data and they don't understand what it means, and it's exciting, and they make a tweet. But thank you for the one boom for clarifying on this. It seems like this is the most accurate explanation. And although it really might not be much, it does indicate that they are working on stuff. So don't be despaired about potential enhancements that could come down the line. And the next update that we have can actually reflect upon that because the actual build dates of the games discovered in the data, BO1 was built on June 3rd and BO2 was built on May 30th. They were built 3 days apart, and the actual internal date for these games is August of 2019. The next update might not be as exciting for some of you, but to me it is because, once again, the more evidence that comes out that confirms that we are getting everything, it is just so reassuring. And it is the fact that online features appear to be present. And what I mean by that is join session, invite to party, view player card, other network features. These have all been identified and confirmed to be present. So that means that we could be getting support for not only campaign multiplayer zombies, but other additional game content that they can include. It could be, the emblem editor. It could be, theater mode. They could be supporting these things once again and wiping the slate clean. So there have been a lot of people, including myself. How will the enhanced versions actually work? Will they be capped at 60 FPS on both consoles? Odds are we're not getting an FOV slider. Will we have, the ability to play in 4K? These things are questions that a majority of the community is asking. And now reports have came out that native enhancements are present, which means odds are on the PS4 you would be playing on 60 FPS, but you would have the ability to play on whatever resolution it is capped at. And then for the PS5, it says you can most likely play on 120 FPS, most likely higher game quality, but odds are no FOV slider. That would be too generous. I'd be very surprised if that was present. But I don't see a reason why the PS5 won't have the ability to play on 120 FPS. I don't think it would take much to actually optimize these games. I feel like they would optimize it for PS4, capping it at, 60 FPS or whatever quality that they can play on. And then the PS5, obviously, they would give PS5 the ability to play on 120, meet those next generation specs. And a lot of us are asking if they can actually manage to do that. Can they actually give us 120 FPS and 4K quality on the PS5 and then meet the native spec points for the PS4? And that remains to be seen, but hypothetically, they should be able to do that. And I've seen a lot of people asking, why would they waste the time, the money, and the resources to actually do this to their classic games, including the Ghost of Hope, which, by the way, he is lecturing people about misinformation. We are in a point where hype in the community has never been this high, and nothing is flowing but misinformation because Activision hasn't confirmed anything. Ghost of Hope as a leaker should realize this. And the funny thing is that he's lecturing people about misinformation when he literally leaked a standalone zombies game that wasn't true. It was pure misinformation. Call of Duty came out not too long after he made the tweet and literally squashed it. And it costed him his ability to leak information because not too long after that, Activision literally brought down the hammer on him. So he is literally lecturing people about stuff that he did in the past, stuff that he did that costed his ability to leak information. It is so ironic and hypocritical. I don't even know how people still listen to this guy. It seems like he only likes hype in the community when it's generated by him, which is a little narcissistic in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. I digress. Moving on, a lot of people are asking, why is Activision taking the time and the resources to do this? And that is simply because they are not releasing a Call of Duty on the last-gen consoles. And 30% of their entire player base is on the last-gen consoles. And if you haven't heard about the Xbox revenue news that came out yesterday, Xbox intended to use Call of Duty and Activision revenue to subsidize some of Xbox studios that were in revenue decline, but Black Ops 7 underperformed, causing even more revenue issues for Xbox. This was Charlie Intel posting this yesterday, and there's a reason why when I made my first commentary on the Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 enhanced ports, there is a reason why in that commentary I played the clip of me calling this a year ago. I was able to call this a year ago, happening accurately. No industry connections, no sources on the inside, just what I would like to call a decent functioning brain, I think. And the Ghost of Hope is lecturing people about misinformation while he literally costed his own ability to leak. But moving on, the best inference that we can make from the updates that have came out recently and the information that has came out all week is that basically both of these releases are complete, and it's just in Activision's court right now to see when they release it, when they announce information, when they announce the plan, how they'll roll it out. Will it be alongside MW4? Will there be a package deal with MW4 for $100, $140? I'm not trying to give them any crazy ideas, but we are dealing with the scumbags of Activision at the end of the day. So let me know what you guys think down below. I do think this is some refreshing news that there does seem to be some implications that they did actually enhance it, at least to reach the native specs of each console. Whether there is an FOV slider, which I don't think there will be, guys. I know a lot of us want one. I want one too. I don't know if they'll add that in. That is something that they'll be very generous with if they give it to us. I'll say that much. We will be very lucky if we get an FOV slider. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. I've been seeing some comments about my titles, not to call it a remaster, it's not a remaster. And even when I put ports in the title, when I put ports right next to the word, I still get the comment. And it's like, I tried to please everybody. It turns out you could please fucking nobody. I'm just joking. But Maybe we'll call it enhanced this time, since there is actually an indication that they will meet the native specs for each console. Maybe we'll just title it enhanced and see if we still get the same comment. Because at the end of the day, it is not a remaster, and I think it's better than a remaster because they'd be able to fuck with the game a lot. They'd be able to add SBMM, Battle Pass, shitty collabs. So thank the Lord in heaven that it is not a remaster. And when I title it a remaster, I'm actually underselling it. That's because a one-to-one copy on next gen is way, way better than a remaster. But let me know what you guys think down below. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe. I know it's not the most exciting information, and we're just going over these little pieces of evidence, but we can actually infer what we're getting whenever we do get small updates like this. So we're going to keep going over all of the things that are dropping in the meantime. And until Activision comes out and says it themselves, which will be the big one, we're just going to keep going over the small updates that we get. I'll check in every day and let you guys know what's going on. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.